The man who talks the most is rarely the most respected. Think about that one person who walks into a room, says nothing, sits quietly, yet somehow every single eye moves toward them. Now think about the person who talks constantly, explains everything, defends every decision, fills every silence. Nobody takes them seriously. This isn't a coincidence. This is psychology. Today, we're breaking down the alpha silence, the psychological principle that makes you the most powerful person in any room without saying a single word. There's a principle studied extensively in behavioral psychology, coined by Dr. Robert Cialdini, called the scarcity effect. The rarer something is, the more valuable it becomes. Gold is precious because it's not everywhere. Diamonds are coveted because they're not common. The same law applies to your words. When you talk constantly, sharing everything, explaining yourself, defending every decision, you make yourself common. People stop valuing what you say. Your words lose weight. But when you become selective, when you only speak when it truly matters, people hang on your every single word. Research on verbal restraint from Harvard and MIT shows that individuals who speak less but with precision are consistently rated as more intelligent, more confident, and more trustworthy by those around them. Silence creates scarcity. Scarcity creates power. Think about that one meeting. 10 people in the room, 9 of them talking over each other, pushing opinions, interrupting, proving themselves. One person sits back, listens, observes. Then, at exactly the right moment, they say one sentence. The entire room goes quiet because their words carry weight. That's what verbal scarcity does. It turns your voice into a weapon. Now think about an argument. Someone tries to provoke you. They push your buttons. They want a reaction. And you just smile. Say nothing. That silence breaks them mentally because silence has no counter argument. You can't fight someone who won't engage. Silence is psychologically undefeatable. Think about dating. The guy who texts back instantly, shares his whole life story on day one, explains every feeling he has. His conversation becomes predictable, boring, easy to drop. But the guy who's a little slower, a little more selective, who doesn't reveal everything upfront, there's curiosity, there's pull, there's a reason to stay. Mystery isn't manipulation. Mystery is magnetism. So, how do you actually build this? Here are the 4 rules of alpha silence. Rule number 1. Only speak when it adds value. Before you open your mouth, ask yourself, does this actually add value, or am I just speaking to fill the silence? If the answer is the second one, say nothing. Let silence do the work. Most people can't handle it. You can. Rule number 2. Never over-explain yourself. Weak people justify. They defend. They explain every choice they make, hoping someone will approve. Strong people make a decision and move forward. Your silence is your answer. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Rule number 3. Master the uncomfortable silence. Most people panic when silence hits. They start rambling, fidgeting, filling the void with meaningless words. You need to become the person who sits in silence completely at ease. Because when you can hold silence without flinching, people automatically read you as calm, dominant, and in control. Rule number 4. Listen more than you speak. The person who listens the most knows the most. And the person who knows the most holds the most power. Information is power, and information only comes from one place, listening, not talking. Here's what most people miss. This isn't just a communication strategy. This is a complete identity shift. When you become truly comfortable in your silence, it means something profound has changed inside you. It means you stop trying to prove yourself. And the moment you stop trying to prove yourself to the world, you become genuinely, quietly, unshakably powerful. Because real confidence doesn't need an audience. Real strength doesn't announce itself. A lion doesn't walk through the jungle telling every animal it's the king. It simply is. So here's your challenge, starting right now. The next time you feel that urge to explain yourself, defend yourself, or fill a silence with words, stop, hold it, say nothing. Watch what shifts in how people see you, how they treat you, and most importantly, how you see yourself. If this hit different, like it, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe, because this channel is where we study the psychology they never taught you in school. I'll see you in the next one. Talk less, command more.